Welcome back, Bulldogs, to Bulldog Country. Your fourth-ranked Bulldogs opening up at home their home opener against Minnesota State Mavericks here in WCHA play. Welcome wherever you are to Bulldog Country. The Bulldogs made it to the NCAA Championship Frozen Four title game, and they're back at home to kick off the season. Tom Hansen along with Emma Stauber, former Bulldog captain, and I know it's an exciting day, exciting game for the Bulldogs. We'd like to thank our corporate broadcast partners that make this possible, Essentia Health and Kohler, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, and Cadillac. Game one, opening day. The heart rate's going, the energy's pumping, isn't it, Emma? This is go time here, and there's a lot going on emotionally for these players, aren't there?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Mankato coming off a great weekend, but a hard-fought battle against Ohio, the defending NCAA champions, and then you got UMD, the runner-up, the next weekend, and UMD's opening up at home here, but they've had some success on the road, so it'll be fun.
4-0 Bulldogs, 0-2 Mavericks. We are already underway. Welcome to Bulldog Country. First period, Bulldogs in the home whites, and the Mavericks in their away purple jerseys with yellow and gold trim for the Mavericks. Here they come out of their own zone, just underway. Emma Stauber, of course, former captain for the Bulldogs. I was going to say in the lineup, but that's the Minnesota Whitecaps lineup, right? You're not playing today.
Yeah, absolutely. A few years ago.
Different Emma in nets. Emma Soderberg, you play defense, but not net. You never played goalie, did you?
No. Not a chance.
Not a chance. Emma Stauber joining us. Thank you very much here at the WCHA home opener for the Bulldogs. Stewart goes back to get it for UMD. Just underway. Mavericks, as Emma mentioned, opened up against the defending national champs. Then they take on the runner-up in back-to-back weekends. So Coach Harrington's team really getting tested early on and doing a fine job. There's just one-goal games, too, last week for them. Mavericks trying to get out of their own zone. Bulldogs, that's McMahon down in the corner. She can't get a handle on the puck now, gets to it again. That's Van Wieren for the Bulldogs, trying to get it to the point. Can't. Tied up there along the far wall. And then McMahon had it, then lost it. Van Wieren back to the point. Job Smith over to Stewart. Stewart had it, then lost it. Stewart with a shot, and save made. Save made there by Lauren Barbro. Barbro, your goaltender for the Mavericks. Low shot there. Let's look into the keys to the game. And really, Emma, for the Mavericks, if they limit those rebounds, that'll certainly help help their cause. If they limit those rebounds, we'll get to more of that here in a moment as we take a face-off to the right of Lauren Barbro. Shot by Furman from the point. That's knocked out in traffic. Mavericks sent it around the zone. That was Ramirez. Bulldogs get it back again. Here they come. O'Brien takes it wide. O'Brien had it, lost it. This is technically the Bulldogs with a line change already. And going back to get it for UMD is O'Brien. So this technically on the sheet it says their fourth line of Davis, O'Brien, and Bergen for UMD. Out there for that second shift, O'Brien jumps it into the corner. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We do not have that score clock, the time element there for you. So it's just underway, 17:44 to go. So the Mavericks send it into the corner there. Well, it was Butrak, and they go make a change. I imagine, Emma, early at this point of the year, getting set for game conditions, that's how you prepare, right? I mean, obviously there's preparations prior to the season, but nothing like game action to get you ready.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get your body ready and, back in skating shape, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so hard to train for hockey when you're not on the ice, but obviously they've been back in action here since August. But anything you do doesn't really prepare you for the competition and the battle minutes, and, that body contact that you endure in a game. So, it takes a little while to kind of get things rolling again.
Bulldogs dump it in. Going to get it there for the Mavericks is Seifert. Seifert on the wing. King tries to come up with it, and here come the Mavs out of their own zone. Tormson had it, then lost it. Nice move there. Walking it in is Nelson. Nelson to the net. Puck goes into the corner. Bulldogs trying to get out of there. It's Anderson. Flips it out to neutral ice. And we have our first penalty, I believe, of the game. And while they assess this penalty, let's look, there are too many players maybe. Let's look at the keys to the game as we kind of alluded to for the Mavericks. Limit rebounds, right? I mean, if they can get just the Bulldogs get that one shot, that will be a key. And then you mentioned it, resiliency, right? They played well last weekend for the Mavericks, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, UMD is going to attack the net. They're going to be all over. They want to score. They're hungry. So anytime they can limit the rebounds and pick up stick, it's going to work in their favor, that's for sure.
For the Bulldogs on the other side, set the early pace. Maybe they get something started here with a power play goal perhaps and use their speed. This is a very veteran team that's pretty quick for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before the game. They're very experienced, and to use that and use their speed to take advantage of, odd man situations like we got going on here, definitely be helpful.
Hughes on the wing. Hughes walks in, goes down low. I think it's too many players. Yeah, too many players on the ice. So that's when we're just talking about game situations. Certainly a little miscommunication there on the Mavericks bench. They got caught with an extra player there. So the Bulldogs are on the power play, which, by the way, right now at 30% so far this year at 4-0. Bulldogs, Rogie with a shot point blank. And there was Barbro there with the save. So 30%'s been a nice start for the Bulldogs in that department.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you can get the power play around 20-25%, you're doing good. Really nice move here by Hughes on the entry and a quick one-timer by Rogie.
Again, limited the rebound. I mean,
yep.
The point right there, there was Bulldogs who had Barbro surrounded there. On the flip side, the Mavericks have a perfect penalty kill at 100%. So
gotta love that, that's for sure.
Flaherty at the point, swings on over to Hughes. Hughes takes the shot, just missed the mark. It's going to come out of the zone. Just underway here, so we'll try and get you updated. As you can see, a power play, still another minute 13 to go, and tipped away there by the Mavericks. Flaherty's going to send it back in, and they're going to make a change. Should be an easy clear for the Mavericks. Ramirez has it and sends it all the way down. Going back to get it for the Bulldogs. Hannah Baskin, one of the spare defenders for the Bulldogs. Coach Kroll using everyone so far. There's a shot right on. Barbro makes that save and holds on. No rebound. So go ahead, sorry.
No, UMD's got to have that presence in front of the net and hopefully, try to get her off her game a little bit. But, yeah, they definitely got to continue to crash the net.
John Harrington, of course, head coach of the Mavericks. Former Bulldog men's hockey player, of course, from Virginia, Minnesota, originally. Some contact along the far wall, that is. 37 seconds to go on the power play, and look at that. Partial break for Butrak. Butrak in the corner. This is shorthanded. Nice job by her bringing it. Sends it in front. Goal. They score. Batting it home is Bobick. And just like that, Kennedy Bobick makes it a 1-0 shorthanded goal, 4:51. Bobick, shorthanded goal for the Mavericks at 4:51. Set up by that play all the way down there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, coming back into the defensive zone for the Mavericks, they're number 12. Great stick work on their penalty kill. Intercepted that at the blue line and causes UMD to panic a little bit on the offensive blue line. They get it out and, again, pressure, that resiliency from the Mavericks.
Absolutely. Jumping out to a 1-0 lead here against the fourth-ranked Bulldogs. A shorthanded goal. Bulldogs are still on the power play for another 18 seconds here. 18 seconds of power play time for the Bulldogs to get this equalizer. McMahon right in front of the net. Save made by Bobick, and it goes back behind the net. Barbro makes this save. Hughes. Flaherty. Great start for the Mavericks, shorthanded. So not only are they perfect on the kill, they get a plus there on a shorthanded goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, still early in the season trying to crossbar.
We heard that one all the way up here.
Yeah.
Naomi put some mustard on that one. Stayed in the rink. Now she's going to fire it in. Another one on net. Here's the goal. Budarak with the assist. 4:51. Budarak on the assist on the goal from Bobick at 4:51. 3-1 shots on net. 3-1 shots on net in that department. Again, we apologize for the time element, but teams are back to even at 5-on-5. Budarak just got an assist that could be, and guess not, a penalty today. Little collision along the wall, comes back to Ramirez. Ramirez back on top. Shot from the circle, save made. Soderberg, rebound cleared out of there by UMD, but a good shot by Wilgren for the captain for the Mavericks. They knock it in, and the Mavericks going to make a change. 13:29 to go, opening period. Davis. Let's look at the Kohler keys to the game for the Bulldogs and set the early pace. And really, at that point, the Mavericks have taken care of that one already with their 1-0 goal.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, UMD's had a couple good looks at the net, but like you said, for the Mavericks, clearing pucks and picking up sticks and making sure there's no rebounds, they're sticking to that for sure.
And then their speed. See if the Bulldogs get an opportunity. We just saw Rogie send one off the crossbar, taking advantage of quick turnaround. Anderson in their own zone. Bulldogs ranked 4th in the country. They are 4-0. Had a trip out east, did very well. Hughes behind the net. Gabby right out in front. One shot, rebound, loose puck. And that's one of the newcomers for the Bulldogs, Henderson. Breaking the action. We will take a break as well after Henderson's shot. Bulldogs trail 1-0 to the Mavericks. Back after this, you're watching Bulldog Hockey on My 9 Sports. A couple key pieces missing, Emma, from last year. Anna Klein, a lot of goals, a lot of points. Elizabeth Shigear, the same thing. Every team goes through that where they miss some graduating seniors, but who steps up to replace some of that? And those are two players the Bulldogs will miss.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at the points that they're putting up and how effective getting those points is in their season and the games that they're able to win with that. And so every year, like you said, every team goes through it, but gives every game's an opportunity for these girls to step into those places.
Well, we just saw one right there. Great opportunity for UMD, almost scoring there. On the doorstep there was Gabby Krause. She was in a great spot. Continue her point streak right now. Puck goes into the corner. Bulldogs trail 1-0 here to the Mavericks. Opening WCHA home opener and WCHA opener for the Bulldogs. As you mentioned, the Mavericks already had 2 games in conference play against the Buckeyes last weekend. 1-goal games. Look at Anderson's speed trying to get after that puck, but getting there first for them is Wilgren. They try to go back to Wilgren. That doesn't connect. With it there in the corner there was Meshuga. Now the Mavericks get it out to neutral ice. Hughes still with it, leaves it off for Anderson. Anderson to the net, shot, deflected. Hanley was there. Hanley was tied up, couldn't get her stick on it. And great job there by the Mavericks to make sure she couldn't get to a rebound. Buderick, loose puck, Buderick again. One of the captains for the Mavericks, making her presence known already with a point. And like you mentioned, her hustle just to get to that puck shorthanded and create that opportunity for the goal. Picked off Rogie and then offsides. So they have some veterans too. They've been around for a while.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just after a few minutes here in the first period, you can see how poised they are. The Mavericks are in their D zone. They don't panic, and then just a nice little chip to the forward to Buderick on the way out, and then they get to town. 2 of them stayed on, only 1 changed, so they're trying to take advantage of the opportunities that they are getting when they come out of the zone.
They have a dozen seniors on their team. So again, I mean, when we talk about the Bulldogs and their experience, you just pointed out some veteran leadership on the other side as well. Face off on the offside, just in front of the Mavericks bench there. 11:05 to go opening period. 11:05 to go. Again, apologize for the clock challenges. Mavericks into the zone. Shot, Soderberg the save, goes into the corner. Back to the point. Swings it back behind the net. Otremba there for the Mavericks, but here Bulldogs get to it first. Rogie. Naomi with a nice move at center ice. Naomi across the line. Naomi with a shot. And save made by Barbaro. And there'll be a face-off in the Maverick zone. Speaking of experience, Naomi, one of those players who's been around a while. She had a red shirt season in there. Obviously the short COVID year. There she is firing a great shot. Great leadership from Naomi. There she is there sitting on the bench.
Yeah, I was going to say. I was going to say, think of that, having that type of player and that leadership on your team, and what the younger girls get to look up to.
Bouncing puck. Bulldogs try to get it settled. They do. Job Smith on the wing. Shot taken there by UMD's Clara Van Wieren, trying to get the equalizer. Again out in front. Mavericks get it and clear, and here they come quickly down the ice. With it for Mankato is Bobick. Bobick takes it wide. She's got a goal. Trying to get it back over to King, and that did not connect. Shots are 6-4 in favor of the Bulldogs. Here they come again out of their own zone. They're going to flip it in and make a change. Inside 10 minutes. Remaining period number 1. Baskin at center ice. Up ahead to Hanley. Kylie at the dot. Shot. Look at that again. Barbaro makes that save and holds on, and we'll have a break. Bulldogs trail the Mavericks 1-0 here. Opening period of play back after this timeout. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports.
Use Ogsden's Body and Paint when your car needs repairs.
Face off to the right of Lauren Barbaro. 5'6" junior out of New York. Looking for her first win this year, but 2.04 goals against, save percentage 94%. That's against the defending national champs last weekend. Mavericks clear the zone, quickly out of the zone. 9.5 to go, period number 1. Bulldogs trail 1-0. Meshuga in the corner. Gives that puck over to Bryant. Bryant back to Meshuga. Meshuga and Bell there. Bell's first game back for a while. Speaking of veterans, talked to her after the first period. Kylie across the line. Over to Flaherty. Flaherty talked to her after the second period. Hanley again in front. One-timer. Hughes couldn't get a clean shot away. Shot Anderson. Did that hit the
I think that hit the crossbar too. Yeah.
2 crossbars for the Bulldogs. So the pressure's there. 10-4 shots on net.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was kind of the first time it seemed like Mankato was panicking a little bit there, but
oh yeah,
definitely a lot of pressure by the Bulldogs.
Taking the draw for the Mavericks. Tuttle, Whitney Tuttle against the Bulldogs 9. That was Naomi Rogi. Butrick trying to go around the defender, does. Butrick gets it again. Soderberg there. Wow. In a spot there to possibly get the rebound was Otremba. Couldn't bat that home. Taylor Otremba had kind of an open net there. She was tied up though. Make wide pass. 8:34 to go. Here they come, 2-on-1. Look at this speed by the Mavericks. Shot up and over the crossbar. Partial save on the Tuttle shot. Soderberg got a piece of it. Wilgren works it down low. And hit the side of the net. And there'll be a face-off in the Bulldog zone.
Yeah, I think the Bulldogs are getting caught here a little bit on the Maverick transition out of their zone, and Mavericks are using their speed, and they're getting by the defense here for the Bulldogs.
We'll be back with you again tomorrow afternoon, game 2 of this series. There's Baskin again. Baskin's looking for her first career goal. She's got 4 points in 32 games so far for UMD. Bulldogs trying to clear it out, and they do. Busy day in Bulldog country. A lot going on today and tomorrow, and we'll bring you all the action we can. Seifert's going to try and get it out. Seifert does. Doesn't connect, though. From the Bulldogs quickly the other way. McMahon. McMahon has it. McMahon for the Bulldogs. McMahon. Save made by Barbaro. And again, look at how quick they get the puck out of the zone, Emma. As a defender, you can probably understand that, how special that is, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, every shot, they're not panicking, and they're able to just stay composed, and they know where each other are on the breakout, and yeah, they're very effective.
And the Bulldogs have not had many rebound opportunities, if any, so far. A lot of that has just been taken down by the goalie. Hughes walks it in behind the net, throws it in front, goal! Bulldogs, Kylie Hanley, and it's tied at 1. That's what the Bulldogs do here. A quick answer. Hanley with the goal. And the Bulldogs quickly tied up. Hanley didn't get a lot of it.
No, but that was that net front presence that we talked about, having to get there, get in front, and make them push you out of the way. But she got there. She had her stick on the ice. Hughes finds her. Wide angle pass.
If it counts, it's Hanley's first of the year, 19th of her career. But the officials are taking a look at this, and I mean, she was in the crease, but I certainly was contact there with the defender, and I don't think she interfered with the goalie at all. So
no, I think the puck just has to get there first.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah, the review's already over. This should be a good goal, and it is.
Yep.
Yeah. Kylie Hanley, captain for the Bulldogs. Her first goal of the year, 19th of her career from Hughes. Hughes continues to add to her totals. She has now got a point in every game for the Bulldogs so far. She now has 176 points for UMD. Another whole
crazy.
year here, isn't this
oh,
something?
Yeah.
Phenomenal player. Who's up for the biggest honor in women's college hockey last year, and making the official announcement.
The first goal of the season for number 12,
Hanley. Yeah, Hanley gets the goal officially from Hughes.
Assist by number 17, Gavin Hughes, and number 5, Taylor Anderson.
And Anderson gets an assist.
12:56. Hanley from Hughes and Anderson at 12:56.
12:56, time of the goal, 12:56. All tied up at 1. That was an even strength goal for the Bulldogs. We have 6:32 to go in the period. So again, apologize for the clock malfunction there. Puck goes into the corner. You expect this league, Emma, has been phenomenal. Good competitive WCHA game. Not surprised by that at all here in this opener.
No, absolutely. I mean, when you think of the WCHA, you got to be ready for every game. Every team can battle, and
Bergen tried to get it out, but they sent it right back in. 6 minutes to go. Again, the Mavericks played 1-goal games just last weekend with the Buckeyes, who won the national title a year ago. They try to get it out front again. The Bulldogs are going to try and clear. O'Brien's there. Tipped in front. Opportunity. Turn around. Loose puck. Still loose.
jeez.
All it needed was a quick, not even a quick redirect, but Soderberger's scrambling there. The Bulldogs are trying to clear. They got only pieces of it.
Yeah,
wow.
she couldn't find it there for a minute, and I think they were yelling at her to just stay. Don't move.
There's the first toe save. There it is, just laying there. Don't move. It's right underneath her. Seifert at the point. That one's going to go wide, looking for a tip. King throws it in front, finds a shot, and wow. Missing from that opportunity was Nelson point blank right on in front. They've had some great chances for the Mavericks.
That was similar, just like their goal on the penalty kill. They get behind the net and they throw it out front. Everyone's looking behind, and they find that open player.
5:15 to go, opening period of play. We're all tied at 1. First period action. Puck goes behind the net. With it there for the Mavericks. Wilgren tries to send it out and does. Opportunity. Spin around. The Bulldogs defense cleared it out of trouble there, but again, right in the slot. And then flipped out of the way by the Bulldogs. They'll play on. Going back to get it for them is Tormson. King had it, lost it. McMahon quickly the other way. She overskated it. McMahon. Job Smith had it, lost it. Kraus the other way. Kraus crossed the line. Kraus still has it. Drops the puck off there. Shots knocked down. Shot taken there by the Bulldogs' Van Wieren. Van Wieren again can't get a full shot away. This will be a penalty on the Mavericks. And King's going to go for, I think, cross-checking, body checking would be the call. We'll take a break, I believe. I think we got a break coming up. Should be a break of the action here. It's the break inside 5-minute break, I believe. And we are, I think. Yeah. Break of the action. We'll take a break. Power play for the Bulldogs upcoming You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports.
A match and 100 hours.
Hey, Bulldog fans, I'd like to thank our sponsors. UMD Stores has the area's largest selection of UMD wear and is open 7 days a week. Visit the campus store on Kirby Drive to see the newest gear for fans of all ages, or shop online anytime at umdstores.com. UMD Stores, proud sponsors of Bulldog Athletics. Rogie back to the wing. Back out on top. Flaherty sends it on back. Bell fakes the shot. Ashton back out on top. Body checking the call. Bell goes through her skates. Couldn't get a stick on it. Bell there again. Bell to Flaherty. Nice up there to knock it down. And does. Mavericks, nice job again on the penalty kill, Emma, with a goal. And now they get the puck out there.
Absolutely disciplined and intentional with their sticks and their body position.
Bell, one-timer. Got a puck over. Loose puck. McMahon had a quick shot. Rebound. And looks like Barbro has it somewhere underneath there. And there'll be a face-off for the Maverick zone. 3:24 to go. The second power play opportunity for the Bulldogs. There's McMahon's shot right on, and save made by Barbro. Into the penalty box is King. King for body checking. Kelsey King. It's back to Baskin at the point. Baskin for UMD. Baskin leaves it off for Hanley. Kylie back to Baskin. She scores. It's her first. Save made by Barbro, and that comes back out though. Baskin. 4 points in her career, all on assists. Basket, high slot, over to Hanley. Just couldn't get it in, keep it in. Have to regroup. 45 seconds to go in the Bulldog power play. Van Wieren, Hanley. The young sophomore, Baskin. Kraus, backhanded, Hanley had it, rebound, Linzer. I mean, at the quarterback spot there for Baskin, getting some great experience as a youngster. I should say a youngster anymore, as a sophomore, but played it well. If you keep playing like that, she'll get her first Bulldog goal soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to get pucks to the net, but that composure on the blue line is really effective.
Hanley to the net, but you just talked about stick work. Seifert right there with a nice poke check to get the puck off the Bulldog stick. Hughes, Flaherty. And that comes out of the zone again. So offsides of the Bulldogs with 2.5 to go. Coming up after the first period, we'll hear from Ashton Bell. Bell, one of the leaders on this team, without a doubt. Captain, Olympian. We'll hear from Ashton coming up in the first intermission on the Super One Foods intermission report. Bell, speaking of which, there's Flaherty. Flaherty will take it into the zone for UMD. Flaherty, corner, nobody home, and Mavericks send it down, and it'll almost do it. 5 seconds to go on the power play, and King will come out. So again, they're perfect on the year. Perfect 5 for 5 for the Mavericks this season. Ramirez up ahead. King gets a touch, and they'll be able to get a change in. Inside 2 minutes to go, opening period. All tied at 1. Buderick works it, just missed it. The net went wide. She's got an assist. Buderick had an assist on the first and only goal for the Mavericks. She brought the puck down there. Finishing off was Bobick, Kennedy Bobick. That's Kate Davis for the Bulldogs. Works it down low. First one to get there. Good hustle by Kate. Also there is O'Brien. Mary Kate also looking for her first Bulldog goal. Bergen also looking for her goal. She's just a freshman. Kate Davis has 8 points on that line. Katie's now a junior for the Bulldogs. Sending it in the corner for UMD was Lowry. 1 minute go in the opening period. All tied at 1. O'Brien. And out come the Mavericks out of the zone. 18-6 shots on net, Emma. And that probably doesn't count the 2 crossbars they've also hit, right?
Exactly.
The Bulldogs, that is. Wilgren going back to get it for them. with 1 goal in the year for them. 21 seconds to go. They're going to send it down and call it good for that shift. King goes hard in the wall there. 10 seconds to go in the period. Mavericks putting on pressure, missing the net, and almost back-to-back goals was Bobick. She just sent it wide. Bulldogs are almost lucky, fortunate to be tied 1-1.
Yeah,
really.
Absolutely. Did you recognize that play?
Yeah,
Because that's happened multiple times throughout the period.
That's why I said it resulted in a goal earlier when we saw it, didn't it? Wow, great pace, both teams back and forth. Bulldogs with a lot of shots on net, but after 20 minutes of play, all tied at 1. End of the first period, Mavericks won, Bulldogs won, and we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from Ashton Bell, the captain of the Bulldogs, and get her thoughts on the opening period and her thoughts about being back here in a Bulldog uniform after spending some time away. Back after this, you're watching Bulldog Hockey on My 9 Sports. Welcome back, everyone. Bulldogs and Mavericks all square 1-1 after 1 period of play. It is the WCHA home opener. It is the Bulldogs home opener and WCHA opener for the Bulldogs. Tom Hansen along with Emma Stauber. And downstairs is we have to welcome back for the Bulldogs Ashton Bell, the captain for the Bulldogs. And Ashton, first, welcome back to Bulldog Country. I know you had a fantastic offseason, but I know before we talk about the game, just to welcome back. What's it like to wear that Bulldog jersey again?
Sorry, Zach, I can't hear you at all.
And we apologize for technical difficulties. And Emma, obviously, she's got to be excited to be back here for the Bulldogs, right? After winning the Olympic medal and being back here in the building, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's always hard to leave your team, but obviously that was an experience of a lifetime and an opportunity of a lifetime. And the way that she was able to learn and grow in that year centralized and competing at that high level, and now to bring that experience and leadership back to UMD is something she's probably been waiting for a while.
And we again apologize for the technical difficulties. We'll get you connected with Ashton as the season goes along. But Ashton Bell coming back in a Bulldog jersey, 7 points already just in 4 games. That's the impact she's making. 93 points for her career already for UMD, so she'll likely surpass 100 points, and certainly a difference maker, and as you mentioned, one of the leaders for this team.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when someone can contribute to that every game that she's playing, and in 5 games so far this year, you just can rely on that consistency every game, and the other girls get to look up to her and work with her, and obviously grow themselves and develop off of her.
And then real quick, the first period, obviously, tie game at this point, but at the same time, both teams, Mankato played well. The Mavericks had their opportunities. The Bulldogs hit a couple pipes, so they had some opportunities, too, for both teams, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, UMD is putting on the pressure. They're getting a lot of pucks to the net, but the Mavericks are countering that with some discipline and poise in their zone and countering when they can. So good first period. And
one of the leaders is Naomi Rogie. We'll hear from Naomi coming up. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll hear from the Bulldogs, super senior, if you will, Naomi Rogie. We'll have more coming up on the In the House segment coming up next. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports. Welcome back, everyone, to the Intermission Report. Naomi Rogie, one of the Bulldogs' leaders, been around a long time now in graduate school. 5'5" senior out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. 3 points already this year for Naomi. 96 for her career for points-wise. Certainly expected to get over that 100-point mark. And for this week's In the House, we'll introduce you to Naomi Rogie of the Bulldogs.
So Naomi, you're back for your 6th year. I'm sure you've probably referred to yourself as this being your grandma season, but I know your best season yet to come, hopefully. Yeah. What went into that decision-making process for you?
It was a no-brainer, honestly. The second coach asked me, I said yes, didn't even talk to my parents. I called them. I was like, hey, I'm coming back for another year. It just worked out for school-wise. I already knew that the Frozen Four was going to be back in Duluth, and that's a dream come true, right? You want to win, you want to be here, and you want to play as much as you can. And why rush life when you're able to live out your dream and with all your best friends at the same time?
Yeah, you said it best. And the Frozen Four being here, I know that has been a major motivating factor as to why you guys have so many women coming back on your team. What was that talk like when you guys finished, just a couple months ago is what it feels like?
Yeah, it was hard because we got so close and we wanted to win, and so when it's coming back here, it seems kind of like a Cinderella story. But we don't think too far ahead. We're just trying to focus on the game that's at hand, and we know our goals at the end, and we know what we did in the off season is going to pay off when it comes time.
And talk about payoff. I mean, you do the benefits that you guys, fingers crossed, will reap with having so many veterans back on this team. What did you guys kind of all make that decision together, or as individual? What was the process of that?
It was definitely individual because everyone is on a different timeline when it comes to school and what their goals are in life. Like Anna Klein, who knew what she was going to do because she was in med school, and thank God she came back. But there's all those different factors that are put into it. But definitely when people found out and made a decision, we were always so excited for them.
And for you, I know you probably learned that early on back in 1920 when you had your knee injury. How has that really shifted your mindset and your perspective?
Yeah, that was a hard year. Absolutely. Watching the first game from the stands was really hard to wrap my head around. But that made the decision so much easier to come back is because I saw what life was like outside and I didn't want that quite yet. And I was just able to think about where I am at now and what hardships did I make it through and how better of a person I am because of that situation. And I made so many more connections with people on the deeper level when it came to that because there are emotional ups and downs and there are physical ups and downs, and it was just so nice to be able to have the team around me.
And I want you to bring me to a place when you're going to be playing the national championship. What is that going to look like for you? Go ahead and take me through that.
I'd have my whole family in the stands because they obviously will know it's going to be the last game of college hockey. When you're able to know that it's going to be your last, you can put so much more into it and have so much more heart. And then just looking to the next to me when we're getting ready as a team and realizing like that all the work we put into during the season and our goals and everything and our dreams are coming to fruition and they're coming true, and we get to step out on the ice together and look up and still see the Bulldog banners hanging up, to still see our logo in the ice. I think that just gives me chills, and to think about that, and I don't know, it's just so hard to put into words because there's something special that's happening in that locker room, and so much credit to our coaches for putting together such a well-knit team that doesn't matter who's on the ice, all of us are having fun, all of us are smiling, and all of us want to win.
So the ultimate dog pile.
Yes,
The ice.
exactly.
In the middle, yes. Well, thank you, Naomi. Good luck
yes.
this season, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you around.
Inside the House is brought to you by Bullion RV.
Welcome back, everyone. Second period about to start. Each team with a goal. Goal scores on each side. Shots on goal, heavy advantage on the 18-6 for the Bulldogs. They did not convert on power plays over two. And Mankato with 4 penalty minutes, but it's been helping. They got a special team shorthanded goal out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime you can do that and gain some momentum, which I feel like they did in that first period, definitely helps and gives you an advantage.
Goal scorers again, starting for Minnesota State University Mankato, the Mavericks. Kennedy Bobick, first of the year from Claire Butrak. Butrak's first assist, and that was at 4:51. And then at 12:56, the even strength goal, Kylie Hanley, her first of the year from Hughes and Anderson. Gabby Hughes' 7th assist, Taylor Hughes her 2nd of the season. That's where we're at. All tied up 1-1. There's a look at the Bulldog bench. 18-6 shots on net. They switch sides. Soderberg to our left. Emma, 5'7" senior, 4-0 on the year. And Lauren Barbaro for the Mavericks, looking for her first win of the year. 0-1. They played last weekend against the Ohio State Buckeyes. 1-goal games. Here they come right away. Mavericks with another shot that's deflected, goes behind the net. Again, we apologize for the shots on, the time element there. Hopefully we'll get an interview with Maggie Flaherty coming up in the second intermission. There's Bell, who we tried to talk to. Bell deep in the corner in front. There's Mankato to clear it out of the way, Emma.
Yeah, again, just super disciplined by the Mavericks in front of their net, really boxing out the Bulldogs and not letting anyone in.
Jamie Nelson took it all the way down. Nelson will get it back again. Swings it over. That just missed the net. Shot taken by Guttormson. Just underway, second period. Bulldogs and Mavericks. Home opener for UMD. Bell in the corner. Leaves it off for Gabby. And poked out to neutral ice. Ohio State ranked number 1 this week in the polls. Gophers 2, Northeastern 3, your Bulldogs 4th as Barbaro makes that save. Let's look at the standings, or the the USCHO rankings, and there's your Bulldogs, Emma. 4th in the country, Wisconsin 5, so a lot of WCHA teams. Ohio State, Minnesota, number 1, 2, the Bulldogs, Wisconsin. Goes to show you how talented this league is again, as you mentioned, Emma.
Yeah, that's why, they always say you got to be ready for every game. I know in one of the other polls that I think it was the Mavericks and St. Cloud were receiving votes too, so definitely something to point out there for the league.
Absolutely. Mavericks sent it in behind the net. That was Langseth. And well-deserved 1-goal games against the defending national champs. Butrak in the corner. Giving time for them to finish their line change. Butrak again. Mavericks. Otremba had it. There she is again. All over the puck there, Claire Butrak. This whole shift, she's been right by the puck. There she is again. 17:47 to go deep in the corner. Stewart tries to get it out. Van Weeren had it. Circles back to get it. And then finally they get it out. Mankato gets it back again. Job Smith flips it into the corner. Bulldogs will complete a line change. Neutral ice with the puck there is Otremba. Furman there for the Bulldogs. Furman off the wall, trying to go ahead with it, knocked down by King, and King fires it into the Bulldog zone. Job Smith there for UMD. King out in front, shot, knocked down by the Bulldogs defense, went into the jersey there of Furman, and then knocked down and sent out of the zone. One more time, Nelson in the corner after it. There's Naomi Rogie, one of the experienced, wily veterans for UMD that we just heard from in the house segment with Alexis Bass. Great conversation with her. One coming up with Gabby Hughes in the second intermission. Furman. Job Smith. Stats-wise, I think, well, we'll wait till there's a stoppage in play here. Puck bouncing up in the air. And in front of the net again was Bobick, who seems to, icing's the call here. Any stats-wise from that first period that stand out to you, Emma, after one period of play?
Not really. I just think that UMD's got to continue to keep the pressure on with how disciplined the Mavericks are and intentional they are with boxing out and stick position and everything. I think UMD's just got to really focus on controlling. It seems like the first couple minutes here, they're kind of back on their heels.
19-6 shots on net. We're at 16:15 to go in the second period. This is second period play. Furman behind the net for UMD. Rogie, Job Smith there for UMD. Back to the point, shot. That goes wide. Bulldogs have yet to take a penalty. And Wilgan's shot goes high and out of play. Well, we got a second. Let's tell you about UMD Stores, one of our fine sponsors. I'd like to thank UMD Stores for all their help. Hey, hockey fans, the very best in UMD gear is available right now at UMD Stores. Jerseys, sweatshirts, t-shirts, caps, gifts, and so much more. Store open 7 days a week on campus or shop online anytime. UMDstores.com. UMD Stores, proud sponsors of Bulldog Athletics. And there's a lot going on in Bulldog country. No doubt about that. We'll keep you up to date. And it'll be another, I was going to say an icing, but Hanley gets there first. Hanley trying to get another goal and just slipped it wide. See that speed there by
Great
Kylie.
Speed. That's what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah. One of the captains for UMD, and she can get to a pie. I thought it was going to be icing. She tracked it down.
Yeah, that was a really nice play to stretch the neutral ice there. Good find by Flaherty, I believe it was, that made that breakout.
Yeah. And then she just tried to slip it near side and just missed the mark. We're going to have a penalty here, and it might be on UMD. Yeah, it is. I think it's Bell's first penalty here at home since her departure to the Olympics. No, maybe not Bell. Sorry about that. Bulldogs are going into the box. Be a power play for the Mavericks. Mavericks power play is not bad either at 33%. Oh, and it is. It's Gabby Hughes, another captain for the Bulldogs. So Hughes will take it. Hughes for the Bulldogs, I believe body checking there is the call. Gabby, 2-minute minor for body checking. Bulldogs penalty kill at 85%. Mavericks power play at 33%. Mavs win the draw. Wilgren has it. Back to Wilgren. Shot blocked. Blocked by their own teammate, Tuttle. It's got to hurt Tuttle, I think. So when you block a shot, do you feel it during the game, Emma, or is it after the game?
Yeah, there's always an initial sting, but
going?
yeah, it depends on the situation if it hurts more than.
You've had your share over the years.
Yeah, sometimes you're just like a sitting duck and it has a defense in front of the net.
I don't know how you do it. I really don't. You've blocked a lot of shots over the course of your, and still doing so, I might add, with the Whitecaps. Good for you.
Thank you.
That's awesome. We'll talk more about that as the night progresses, but she does it all. Coach, plays, broadcasts, anything you don't do, Emma? Anything you don't do?
No, it's hard. I think.
Emma Stauber joining us.
Yeah, you listen to Naomi in her interview, and she just talks about what hockey means and the culture, and it's hard to part with that when that's all you've known. So that's kind of me.
And they set it down the ice on a penalty kill. Yeah, that's your whole family certainly been involved in the sport in one way or another, and not surprised you've gone into coaching with all the great role models in your family, and great to see you giving back and loving it so much. That's the key. You just love that passion. And Mavericks still have 30 seconds to go in this power play. Comes back out as the Bulldogs clear it back out. Wilgren still with some time here. They create across the line. King has it wide. King to the slots. Got Wilgren in front. Still looking, but goes back on to the point with it. Nelson's tied up there by McMahon. Linzer joins the action for UMD. Works it back down low. Bobick and King's shot goes off the back of the plexiglass. And just like that, the Bulldogs have almost killed it off. Wilgren, and they've killed it off. Wilgren's shot knocked down by Flaherty. Look at this, Hughes. Here comes Gabby, fresh out of the box. Gabby at the dot, shot, save made by Barbro on a quick wrister down low.
Great opportunity by UMD there. Quick turn up. Didn't just throw the puck and create an opportunity in a rush. Catching the Mavericks on a change. And
with that, a break in the action coming up, I agree. 12:48 to go, period number 2. Break in the action. We'll take a break. Bulldogs, Mavericks on My 9 Sports. UMD's golden girl right there. What a year it was. Off-season, Ashton Bell, gold medal at the Olympics, goal for assist in that tournament. 7th UMD player to win Olympic gold medal. And of course, Maddie Rooney did it. 2018, Maddie, another Olympic medal for her and Team USA. And it's amazing, Emma, what the mark you and your program have made in not only college hockey, but these players moving on to international competition. It's fantastic over the years. Ortega takes it deep into the corner there. Or Trumba. Still battling after it. So many former your teammates and players in the Olympics making their mark for their respective countries. Just fun to see.
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
The connections over the years.
I think it's super fun just having those relationships too, and being able to watch them and see their success that they have on the stage, like Stalder and.
Yep, there's Soderberg. There's a shot, knocked down, tipped around, loose puck. Mankato here doing a nice job. Otremba started it off by bringing it into the zone. Not to cut you off there, but yeah, it's so many former Bulldogs still involved at that level. It's great to see. Mavs with some pressure here. They go back to the point with it. Shot just missed the mark there by Seifert. They work it back down low again. Seifert's going to go after it for Mankato in the corner. Bell plays it up ahead, and there's McMahon. Mandy McMahon across the red line all by herself. Look at the speed she has. McMahon in front. Kylie was tied up, couldn't get a stick on it, but Kylie seems to be in the right spot there on the doorstep.
Yeah,
Opportunity for Anderson, and she couldn't tuck it home. Anderson tied up behind the net. There's Hanley again in front trying to get to a loose puck. Anderson back to the point. Stewart with a shot, and Barbaro makes that save and holds on. Again, what I've been impressed by Barbaro and the Mavericks, and we've talked about this, is not seeing many second chance opportunities, if any, in this game. They tie up those sticks really well, don't they, for the Mavericks?
Yeah, absolutely. And she's tracking the puck, she's watching, and she's got a good eye on it. So when she gets that first shot, she's in control of it, not letting UMD get much else after the initial save.
Hanley shot. Didn't get much on it, and then Bobick gets it out of the zone. King has it wide for the Mavericks. King try to go back to Bobick, picked off by who else? Hanley. Hanley, the captain, flips it into the corner, and she's going to skate off on a change. These two teams again tomorrow. If you couldn't make it tonight, hope to see you here at Amso Arena tomorrow, 3 o'clock start, WCHA action. Lowry at center ice, lost it. Comes Nelson now with it. Nelson in the corner. Jamie Nelson. Bulldogs on a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Almost a 4-on-2. Rogie high slot. That's going to hit the plexiglass. Almost the netting, but game play continues on. Furman sends it right back. Lindsert getting there for UMD, but Rogie will get there first. Stewart back to Naomi. Naomi, speaking of coaching, doing some coaching in lacrosse. Sport of lacrosse, I should say. Very talented athlete in that sport as well in her day. Inside 10 minutes to go here, 9:22. Second period, this game flying right along. Bulldogs, Van Wieren tries to shovel one towards the net, but that was knocked down clear. Van Wieren for UMD. Bell knocks it down with her hand there. No hand pass. She just knocked it down. And comes back out to neutralize. Shots 23-9. A little deceiving, though, because they've had opportunities, haven't they, for the Mavericks?
Yeah, for sure. And even UMD, they're getting a couple opportunities, but Mavericks, they're getting sticks on puck and really protecting that net front.
Well, Tremba gets it out of danger there for the Mavericks. So Tremba again flips it right back into the Bulldog zone. McMahon across the line. McMahon's got Bell going to the net. Can't get it to her. Mavs clear it. Again, no panic in their game defensively and send it right back out. Here comes Flaherty. Flaherty across the line. Maggie takes it wide. The Bulldogs making a change. Maggie still behind the net. Anderson, they try to get it to Anderson, camped down in front. Hanley leaves it off for Maggie. Flaherty at the blue line. Shot, save, rebound. Hughes drops it off. Hanley. 7:58 to go, second period. We'll hear from Gabby Hughes coming up in the second intermission. A sit-down interview in the house segment with Alexis Bass. And Gabby coming up in the second intermission. There's Baskin looking for her first goal as a Bulldog. Tied up along the boards in the corner. Trumba tried to get a handle on it, couldn't. Wilgren up ahead. Bobick tried to go back to Wilgren. That didn't connect. Bobick, the goal scorer for the Mavericks. Bobick again on the wing. Bobick still has it. Knocked down by the Bulldogs and cleared out. Job by Henderson. Henderson sends it up ahead to Davis. That's steered into the corner. Quick tempo to this game. Only 7 minutes to go here in the second period. Job Smith tied up with King along the near board. And we are going to have icing here at 6:46 to go in the second period. So Minnesota Whitecaps again, huh? Year number 3, 4, 5, 6.
I think it's 5 or 6. I lost count, though.
Still same number, same position, right? Number
Yep.
7?
Yep.
Number 7.
Defense.
There you go. Of course. We'll get to it in a second. A lot of your former Bulldogs are there as well. We'll talk about that in the next break. We get a chance. Bell. So you're still playing with some Bulldogs. Bell in the corner. Ashton, the captain. Knocked down. Loose puck. He's back to Flaherty. Ashton again at the point. Keeps it alive. Try to send it out front. Bell once more flips it into the corner. And winning that gold medal with Team Canada last games. Jocelyn Rock on that team as well. Flaherty flips it in the corner. Van Wieren. 6 minutes to go. Second period. Wilgren goes back to the Mavericks. It's out to neutral ice. King has it. They're trying to get to it. Joe Smith there. Anderson. Home opener for the Bulldogs. Game 2 tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Hopefully you can join us, or better yet, be here at the arena. Anderson flips it into the corner. Tormson there. Trying to get it off stick of the Bulldogs. These teams played 7 times last year, Emma.
Yeah,
they know each other well.
That's a key, is you got to start learning your opponents, and in the WCHA, everyone's kind of got their own systems and kind of attributes that you gotta play against. So you get used to them and know their strengths and weaknesses.
5 minutes to go now here in the second period. This game has just flew by. Davis in the corner. Not a lot of stoppages, haven't had a lot of penalties, haven't had a lot of goals. Just great tempo up and down the ice by both teams. Mavericks get it at center ice, send it right back in. Just trying to get a stoppage for you to finish your story about all your former Bulldogs. We're going to be a couple commercial breaks deep, I think, by the time we get there. Rogie to the net. Rogie behind the net. Naomi comes back on top to Furman. Furman with a shot right on, and there we go. Save made by Barbro. And we'll get to Emma's story to finish here in a moment. Second period, 1-1, Bulldogs. Mavericks back after this. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports.
Congratulations to Sean Stadinsky. 4 straight victories.
Choose Ogsden's Body and Paint when your car needs repairs.
All right, Emma, can you rattle off a few former Bulldogs you're playing with the Whitecaps?
Yeah, we got Sid Bra, Anna Klein, Ashley Bricklick, Sid Morin. Am I forgetting someone? It might be. There's a handful of us.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Well, we'll follow the Whitecap season. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining the opening weekend here with us. Thanks for making some time here and everything you got going on. I think you probably are missing one. What would it be? It's back. Otremba. One more time. Butrick has it. Goes into the corner there. Budarak, that is, goes to the bench now as they make a line change. Otremba in the corner. 3:51 to go here in period number 2. Pinning the puck up against the boards there for the Bulldogs is Bergen. Danielle Bergen out of Lindstrom. She's one of those USA U18 players the Bulldogs have. Davis. There's Bergen there, had it. She lost it. Meshuga right there along the boards, and now it's going to go all the way down. Will be no icing. Ramirez off the wall. Meshuga tried to get it out. Flaherty couldn't keep it in. Van Wieren, 3:10 to go. Van Wieren off the wall. Van Wieren just missed the mark. Did that hit metal too?
Sounded like it, but
yeah, it did, didn't it?
I don't know if it was the
crossbar or the side.
Yeah, the
post.
Looked more like the side.
I didn't think the plexiglass made that kind of sound.
No.
We've heard a lot of metal on the Bulldog shots so far. I think they had at least 2 so far in that first period off the crossbar. Here comes Anderson, 3-on-1. Anderson. He's got Gabby, but great defense. And with that, an injured player on the ice. So I think it's Wilgren is tending to the player. So we'll take a break. Break in the action. We'll take a break as well. Bulldogs and Mavericks tied at 1. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on My 9 Sports. Bulldogs, Mavericks tied at 1. Busy week. A lot of WCHA honors for this Bulldog women's hockey team. Ashton Bell, WCHA Defender of the Month. Emma Soderberg, not only Goaltender of the Week, Goaltender of the Month. Maggie Flaherty, WCHA Goaltender of the Week. Or excuse me, Defender of the Week, that is. Sorry about that. A lot of honors for the Bulldogs just in 1 week from the WCHA, but a 4-0 start by Emma. And of course, going out east, they get that 4 wins. Maggie Flaherty with some big points, some big goals for the Bulldogs. And Ashton.
Yeah, definitely a great start for the Bulldogs. Opportunity to gain confidence in each other, and you know, they're on a away trip, so there's team bonding going on as well. So
team studying as well, I'm sure, right? Mm-hmm. It's for you student athletes.
Oh, yeah.
Hughes back to Bell. Bell at the point. Flaherty takes it right to the net. Loose puck in front. Hanley's there. Anderson's there. Shot by Hughes. Somehow didn't go through. Everybody had a chance there to bat one home, and now the Mavericks will clear it out of the zone inside 2 minutes to go in the period. King all the way down. King with a shot. That's knocked down. Bell goes down. Anderson has it there and flipped out to neutral ice. Boy, seems like everybody that was on the ice had a chance to score there. Shot there, right save by Soderberg on the shot by Otremba. That one goes wide. 90 seconds to go. Should mention that Wilgren did skate off. Was assisted off for Mavericks fans there. Has left the game. Went back into the bench area, in the locker room area, I should say. Kraus had it and lost it. Puck behind the net. 1:10 to go in the period. McMahon back to get it for UMD. Trying to play it up ahead, but guess who was there? Budorak. Budorak's been all over the ice for the Mavericks. Fine game for her. Oh, that was maybe too many players, but no. Play on. Hanley. Kraus by herself. Kraus then lost it. The back check there by Ramirez. Shot. What a save by the Mavericks. 2 of them by Barbaro. That was really the first time she's had to make a rebound save. Barbaro makes 2 phenomenal stops there.
Yeah, she's been tested all night here, but she's demanding that crease and having that presence that they need to continue to defend.
And those were not easy shots. Those were 2 tough angle shots, and Barbaro goes to the occasion on both. Butrick just kicks it out of the zone. Stick was tied up. Been impressed with her. Of course, she had an assist. Created that opportunity for the Mavericks in goal number 1 for them back in the first period as they took a 1-0 lead. Van Wieren across the line. 3 seconds to go as the period about to come to an end. 28-10 shots on net. We'll try and get it connected here with Maggie Flaherty for the Bulldogs, one of those seniors on the Bulldogs. But after 2 periods, again, great tempo, great pace, both teams. Nobody wants to make a mistake either at the same place, right?
Right. No, there's a lot. Good tempo, like you said earlier, not a lot of stoppage going back and forth. I did feel at the beginning of the period or the first half, UMD possessed the puck quite a bit in the offensive zone. But when we look at shots, I think it was only 6 or 7 shots they got that period. Mavericks still, again, disciplined with their sticks and keeping them to the outside. But towards the end there, then UMD was able to get a couple pucks through.
So the first period goal scoring in the first was Kennedy Bobick from Budorak, and then Kylie Hanley from Hughes and Anderson. And that's what the scoring we had, 1-1 after 1. There was no scoring here in the second period. And joining us downstairs, and I'd like to thank Maggie Flaherty for joining us. Maggie, first off, welcome back home. Glad to be back home, I'm guessing. A great start for your team, but welcome back to Bulldog Country, Maggie. And
Thank you.
you're probably glad to be wearing that home jersey, right?
Absolutely, always.
Tell us about the start of the season before we get to this game. 4 great wins for the team on the road. What was that like to get some bonding and some wins for the team, Maggie?
Yeah, we had a good 4 games, couple weeks in New York. We kind of went all over the place with LIU to start off with, and some team bonding in Lake Placid, which is always a great place to be. It's so beautiful at this time of the year. And then we finished up with Penn State and St. Lawrence, and those are also great games, so it's just good to see us kind of get our roots down and just getting better each game as it goes on.
What's it like playing with the Olympian Ashton Bell there as your line mate there on defense? What's that like?
Oh, it's always great. Ashton, just a great person on and off the ice. She's always pushing everybody around her to be better. She really just kind of expands my game on the ice as well, too, so super fun to play with her. Get more offensive as it goes too.
Your team has had a lot of chances in this game, Maggie. There's no doubt about it. And offensively, you've had opportunities. You just want to get another one past that Lauren Barbaro tough goaltender tonight, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Tell us about first off that goal that the Bulldogs scored. Your first goal, or the first goal by Kylie. I mean, right on the doorstep. A great pass. She got a great feed from Hughes and Anderson, and great spot there, wasn't it?
Yeah, Gabby's always kind of doing her thing down there. You always know it's going to end up on someone's stick. Taylor is such a hard worker, and Kylie was just in the right place, right time there. She buried it. Nice pass by Gabs and Tay, and she was just right there on the doorstep. It's nice to put those ones away.
All right, 20 minutes left. What do you and the Bulldogs have to do to come out with a win here, do you think, in the third period, do you think, Maggie?
Oh, I'm thinking we're going to have to play a little more gritty and in front of their net, really bear down. They're getting pretty physical, so just bear down, put some pucks to the net, and then hopefully bury some of those. Get her done.
Thank you for your time. I'll let you catch your breath and get some water. Thank you, Maggie.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Maggie Flaherty of the Bulldogs. Always got a smile on her face. It's awesome to talk to Maggie, and it's great to see her come through. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have more In the House. We'll go in the house with Gabby Hughes, one of the ones that she was just talking about. All that and more to come on the Super One Foods Intermission Report. Tied 1-1 after 2. You're watching Bulldog Hockey on My 9 Sports. Bulldogs won, Mavericks won after 2 periods on the Super One Foods Intermission Report here at Amsoil Arena. It's the WCHA home opener for the Bulldogs and their WCHA opener as well. Gabby Hughes does phenomenal work on the ice, phenomenal work off the ice, and 175 points coming into this game. He's got an assist already in this game, and Gabby is a difference maker wherever she is, on the ice, off the ice. This week, Alexis Bass with more, with Gabby Hughes of the Bulldogs, and in the house segment with one of the captains, Gabby Hughes.
All right, Gabby, you're back at your 5th year, but this time you have a C on your jersey, so can you just talk about what that means to you?
Yeah, it's definitely an honor just to follow up all the captains and leaders that we've had in the past through the UMD program. To be able to follow up and follow in on their legacy is just such an honor, and to be labeled as such a leader for the team, I'm super excited and very blessed.
And you talk about your legacy. How do you want to write that this year? I mean, your legacy has been extremely rich the last several years here, but this being your last go around, talk about what you want that to look like.
Yeah, I just a little personal legacy I'd like to leave is just everyone to give it their all every second that they have, and not leave anything left behind, and not take any moment for granted. I think that's super important because it really flies by. I don't feel like I'm a 5th year, but it really does go by really fast. So just trying to teach and leave that legacy that everyone soak up every moment you get, but also the legacy that we're such an eager group to win a national championship, and for no one to ever lose that in the Bulldog name.
You also have several players coming back due to COVID years, those sort of things. So talk about the benefits of having those veteran players back on the roster.
Yeah, it's huge. We got Ashton Bell back. Obviously, having her back after winning a gold medal is huge, and just to have her in the locker room again is awesome. She's such a great leader and a very close friend to all of the girls on the team. So having her back in the locker room and the ice is going to be huge. But just all the girls that we get to have back for one more year in my class and Ashton's class with Naomi Rogi, I think is such a great thing to have, is all that experience, and we could really guide those younger girls and build them up and get them ready for seasons to come after us. And I think that's just super important for us, but also for the younger girls to grow.
And for you, part of your legacy has been with mental health, Green Banana Project, Sophie's Squad, which has just, I mean, it's left so much importance and a big stamp on this program. So talk about what that has meant to you these last several years, as I know that you hope to make that and echo that into this next season.
Yeah, it's meant everything to me. I think last year being the first year of Sophie Squad and really getting that going, to have a event at the Division I level here in Duluth and have just so much support from the whole entire community and the staff at AMSOIL was unlike anything else, and it made me feel so warm inside. And I think carrying that out this year and to keep spreading the awareness and that it's okay to not be okay, and just to talk about it and get the word out there and help people see that it is a problem right now is just super important to me. So hopefully I can carry that out this year again, but also the girls that will be here when I'm gone will be able to carry that out.
Well, thank you, Gabby. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Inside the House is brought to you by Bullion RV.
Welcome back, everyone, as the Bulldog Band entertaining the fans here at AMSO Arena. Here's a look at the stats through 2 periods. Still 1-1. There was no scoring in that second period. Shots on goal heavily in favor of UMD. Face-off wins heavily in favor of UMD. Emma. Power plays, the Bulldogs haven't been able to convert, but the Mavericks have a shorthanded goal. Penalty minutes, not a lot. 4 for the Mavericks, 2 for the Bulldogs. So, again, anything stats-wise that jumps out to you that grabs your attention there after 2 periods, Emma?
Well, obviously UMD's winning in a couple of those columns, but they, like Maggie talked about, they got to be gritty and they got to get in front of the net and cause havoc down there because Mankato is so disciplined, and Barbaro is really, really having that presence and coming out and demanding that crease. So I think that's going to be a big key for the third period here for UMD.
Gabby has won 9 of her 14 draws. McMahon has won 5 of her 6. Naomi 5 of her 8. And even Kylie has won both of hers, so that's the domination at the face-off, which is that's an important one, especially here in the third period.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's a chance for possession. So anytime you have a face-off, those are crucial. And like you said, it's can change a game here in the third period.
Sydney Langseth leads the Mavericks, has won 4 of her 10 draws. As you can see and hear that UMD band. A busy weekend for them. UMD football team plays at noon tomorrow. We'll have that game against the University of Mary. Have that game at noon. Immediately following that game, we'll join this game, game 2 of the Bulldogs and the Mavericks here at AMSO Arena. We talk about the captains, and you are one of you're in that club, Emma. You're a former captain for the Bulldogs yourself. Hold on, let me get the year here. I think you were an assistant. 2013, 2014, 2014, 15. You were the captain, and look at those captains right there, and they're following in your footsteps.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a special honor. I know I was a captain with Jamie Kenyon and Zoe Hickel, and it's just an honor and to be, recognized by your coach. But there's a lot to it. You got to lead by example, and you really got to play for the Bulldogs and for your program. And I mean, you look at these ladies right here, and they've done an outstanding job. Over their careers.
Kylie has made her presence known in this game. Obviously scoring the goal. Gabby up for Player of the Year a year ago with the phenomenal year she had. Ashton, Olympic gold medal. I mean, not only are they doing it over the course of time, but they're making an impact again this year, right now, with the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I mean, they're off to a great start, and Kroll talked about the leadership in her press conference, and you need to have that in order for the team to follow suit. And it's really important, and it's really cool to see, like you talked about earlier, on the national stage, some of these players and what Hughes is doing for mental health, and what kind of people these girls are outside of hockey, and they're here and they're making each other better, and they truly just care for each other.
And that was evident. I mean, Maggie, you could tell that in the interview after the second period. She was happy to talk about other teammates and her other, the other captains, and talking about Ashton and everybody else who's made a difference on this team. Kylie, who's got a goal here, and just the smile that she brings to the game, and the energy and the effort. And like you say, that comes from the head coach and the coaching staff, and fine coaching staff. Maura Kroll now in her 8th year, 127 wins overall, and and I think. They're ranked 4th in the country, and I don't think that's by accident, right? I mean, they've been back-to-back Frozen Fours. They were in the national championship game a year ago, and This team wants to end the season here. This is just the beginning of the WCHA season here, but for fans that don't know, the women's Frozen Four right here, Duluth, Minnesota. Bulldogs certainly would like to be back there for a third consecutive year. We're underway, third period, Bulldogs and Mavericks. Business to take care of, though, in this period. Zach Schneider always says Zach will be calling these games for you as the season goes along. Win a game, win a period, win a game, and that's where the Bulldogs are at right now. Zach will be back calling games. He's away this weekend. All the best to Zach. And here comes hot Kylie Hanley. That's evident. You win a period, you win a game here, don't you, Emma?
Yep, comes down to a third period, tie game.
20 minutes to go. Whoever's going to come away, and there's that senior leadership we just talked about, Kylie Hanley. What does she do? She flips it deep in the zone, and never know, you can get a lucky bounce or an odd bounce off of plexiglass, and there it is behind the net right there.
Yeah, and just coming out for the third period, they have great momentum and speed, and they're in the offensive zone, but they need to change, so they play smart, and that's that leadership coming through with the systems and being disciplined.
Stewart there. We got another Maverick that's going to skate gingerly back to the bench. Stewart now for UMD. Third period just underway. Again, we apologize for our clock difficulties there. Hopefully we get that rectified here soon for you. And in the meantime, 18:37 to go here in regulation. And I only checked up, well, we'll wait till McMahon there goes in the corner. And with it is Langseth. Langseth will be able to clear it, and does for the Mavericks, and then they send it down. Bulldogs trying to go the other way with it, and they do. There's Naomi. We just heard from her in the first intermission. Naomi right through the crease area. Bulldogs couldn't get a stick on it, but Baskin keeps it in the zone. Been impressed with her. Hannah Baskin. Maybe this will be game number one, goal number one for her. 4 assists on her career. Rogie. Davis across the line. Rogie again, flips it into the corner, and the Mavericks send it right back. No, they don't send it out. And Linzer's there to intercept. So Coach Maura Kroll using all 4 lines here and hasn't backed away from that, Emma, and getting everybody some experience here.
No, I think that's a really smart decision that she's making, especially early in the season. You want to see how everyone is playing, how they're meshing together, but at the same time, it's an opportunity for them to grow and develop even deeper as they head into the end of the season, into playoffs. If you got 4 lines that you can trust and are converting, it's all the better when you're playing the tough opponents like Ohio.
Mm-hmm. Hughes wins another draw. As you talked about how crucial it is, there you go. They get some pressure right off that, don't you?
Yeah, that looked like a set play right there.
Gabby, Kylie trying to get it back to Gabby. Gabby comes away with it, of course. Hit the side of the net. From an impossible angle with a back. She still almost scores from an impossible angle.
Any shot's a good shot at this point, trying to create anything that they can in front of that net.
Sometimes you don't expect it there as a goalie, I'm guessing. McMahon across the line. McMahon has got Bell going to the net. Tried to give it back to her, but picked off by Nelson and the Mavericks. Here they come out of their own zone with some speed. Puck goes behind the net. 16:35 to go here in the opening period. Seems like the opening game is what I'm trying to say. Get my hockey terms again. We've had football and volleyball, but now our home opener for hockey. Here we go. Krause across the line. Krause, Scott McMahon in front of her. Couldn't get her the puck. Bulldogs hold it in. That's Van Wieren. Langseth to the red line. Stewart goes back to get it. 16:10 to go. I did check up on the WC just to confirm there wasn't any changes in the overtime league play, and there is an overtime. They do go 3-on-3. If nobody does score here in the remaining 15:54 to go. Bulldogs tip it into the Maverick zone, but here they come quickly the other way. It's Tuttle. Tuttle lost it to O'Brien. Or to Davis, excuse me. Davis. Katie Davis. Rogie. Save made. Look at that. Barbro. No panic in her game, and here they come the other way. Budarak. Budarak across the line. Lost it to Linzer. Linzer against the wall. She lost it. Rogi's out there, so a couple of them are going to change. Bulldogs are getting a line change. There's their goal scorer, Bobick. Bobick cuts in front. The slot still has it, and that shot goes wide. Bulldogs try to clear. They do. Anderson. Anderson to Hanley. Hanley across the line. Captain for the Bulldogs in the corner. Anderson flips it on the other side. Shot. Bell hit traffic in front. Might have hit Hanley. King the other way. King across the line. Great tempo. Bulldogs want to get something here to show for it. Bell collided with a Maverick Tormson there. That's holding your ground, isn't it, right there?
Yeah, for sure.
Took a hit there. King across the line. Gabby. She likes to turn up ice often. Van Weeren. Van Weeren with a shot. And again a save by Barbro. Kicks it to the corner. Inside 15 minutes. We're at 14-16, so we'll have a break coming up with the next whistle, if we ever have a whistle. This game has been flying by. McMahon deep in the corner. McMahon. Mavs the other way. Bryant across the line. Bulldogs get it right out of there. Job Smith takes it to the other end. She goes down. Nelson there digging forward along the boards. 13:48 to go. Tuttle. Off the wall. Mavs clear. Get to the red line. Bryant into the zone. Bryant in front of the net. Ooh. Nobody in a purple jersey there to tuck it home. Stewart runs into the official. She'll get it there. Buderak intercepts 2-on-1. Soderberg cool and knocks it into the netting. Break in the action. We'll take a break. 13:21 to go in regulation. We now have to say regulation. Bulldogs Mavericks back after this on My 9 Sports.
Choose Ogsden's Body and Paint when your car needs repairs.
Bulldogs Mavericks. Third period action. Glad you could join us. Tom Hansen along with Emma Soderberg. By the end of tomorrow, Emma Stauber, I will have it down. I know you don't play goalie. You do everything else. Emma Stauber. Emma Soderberg to the nets.
I don't know very many Emmas, so it is a little confusing.
Well, I've only been either covering you or broadcasting your games since your high school days, so it's not like I don't know your name. Davis across the line. Knocks it in, goes into the corner. Then she sends it out in front. Linzer almost got a tally there for the Bulldogs. Back to the point to Furman. Furman with a shot. Redirected by Rogi. There's that senior. Her grad school leadership there knows that all you have to do is redirect it at that point.
Yeah, just details right there by Naomi. Trying to get her stick on that shot. It wasn't on net. It was off to the side a little bit to the left, and she got her stick, redirects it. Now it's a puck on net.
Furman's still looking for her first Bulldog tally. She has 4 assists as well as a sophomore defender for the Bulldogs. Another win, face-off draw in the offensive zone win for the Bulldogs and Gabby Hughes. Phenomenal job she's been doing in that department.
Another set play, good opportunity there.
Unofficially, that's her 11th face-off win this game. Bell back to the point, shot. Ooh, just missed the mark. Might have been deflected. Bulldogs at the rebound. Loose puck in the crease. The Mavericks get there first. Anderson. How does that not go in? That either hit somebody or Barbro just stuck a glove up there. Anderson had a...
It looked like the defense.
Wow.
We'll have to watch that again, but...
There's the initial blast. Then you'll see Anderson, number 5 there at the top of your screen. Will get the puck here and just fire away. The goalie's down. Let's see who makes that save.
Was it 18?
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the defender up front got a piece of that one. Yeah, that was Seifert. Yep. Wow. But you see them all fly, all the Mavericks flying to the net.
Yeah,
right?
They got to protect that thing, and I think that's,
wow.
Kudos to Harrington and the discipline that he's brought to this program.
Yeah, John. Great job, of course. The Mavericks, 8th year for him. From Virginia, Minnesota. King with the shot. That's knocked down. Gets a rebound. John played for the Bulldogs, graduated from UMD just like you did, Emma Stauber. You did it in 79. Finished up with the Bulldogs. Of course, part of that 1980 Miracle on Ice team, and went on to coach at several different Division I and Division III schools after his playing days were done. Tip there by Anderson. She'll be the first one to get it as well. Great speed by her to get there, but couldn't get it off the wall. There she gets it again. 11-11 to go here in the third period. That's deflected. Nice job by Masuga and the Mavs. And just like that, Soderberg has to make a tough stop. Right on the doorstep there was Langseth. Mavericks looking for the lead there. Shot by Hanley. Partially blocked there. Getting a stick on that one was Ramirez. Tough to get a clean shot away with this Bulldog, with the Mavericks defense playing the way they are right now.
Yeah, but we've been talking about it all night. Super disciplined. You see the UMD players, the forwards coming in the zone. They're trying to change the angle of their shot to get around them, just to try to keep getting them to the net. Like you said, they're getting blocked.
Baskin had Linzer on the rebound, and Linzer batted it home just wide. That's at least 33 shots on net. They have 32 on there. I think the Bulldogs had at least one there. 33 shots on net to 10 with 10.5 to go. Rogie across the line. Naomi gets it over to Baskin. Baskin tried to go back to Linzer. Great idea, but Linzer was spun around and couldn't get to the puck.
Yeah, great patience there by Naomi when she came into the zone. Turns away from pressure. Finds a far side.
Inside 10 minutes to go. Yeah, shots are now 35-12 in favor of the Bulldogs, but yet still a 1-1 game. Look at that move by Baskin. Hannah Baskin. She goes down, inadvertently tripped up there. I don't think there was a lot of intent there, but she did go down. Hannah with 4 assists in her Bulldog career. Mavericks knock it down and then out. Out to neutralize with King. King for Mankato takes it wide. Mavericks with some pressure, tipped away momentarily, loose puck, goes back in the corner. Right through the crease. Oh, King was right there. Nobody expected it. All King had to do is redirect it. Didn't even have to shoot it, just redirect it. They would have the lead. McMahon to the net. McMahon in front. McMahon. How did Barbaro stop that one?
She's everywhere. She's all over that crease.
Wow. Mavs get it again, try to clear, and there's Maggie. Maggie says, I'm keeping it in. Hanley works it back to McMahon. McMahon to Hanley, who fanned on the pass. Wow, great opportunity. King now finally gets to it, gets the red line, fires it in, and everyone's making a change. Wow.
Really exciting period here so far. A lot of good chances both ways.
This is the most exciting 1-1 game you're going to see. Barbaro makes another save. There's a rebound, one of the rare rebounds she gives up. And the shot taken there by the Bulldogs, that was Nina Chope-Smith. Mavericks the other way. There's Gabby Hughes. Hughes flying around the ice. And finally an offsides at 8:15. Let's tell you about, there's a break in the action, I believe, so we'll take a break as well. Break in the action, 1-1 in the third period. 8:15 to go. There's John Harrington and the coaching staff of the Mavericks. Back after this, you're watching Bulldog Hockey on My 9 Sports. Hey, hockey fans, the very best in UMD gear is available right now in UMD stores. Jerseys, sweatshirts, t-shirts, caps, gifts, and much, much more. Store open 7 days a week on campus or shop online anytime. UMDstores.com. Maybe they got those pom-poms at UMD stores. Got to support the Bulldogs when you're at the game by the youngsters. Anderson down low. Look at that. Gabby Hughes tried to throw it out in front, but Barbaro got a stick on that to knock that opportunity away. Maybe they're going to start that offense behind the net and come from behind Barbaro. Maybe that's the way you got to beat her, right? Come from behind her, not in front of her. Hanley, Stewart, that shot hit the side of the net. 7.5 to go here in period number 3. So there does stay this score. It'll be a 3-on-3 overtime, and then if nobody scores there, then we have the shootout after that. Long way to go for maybe some hockey yet today. Still 7:19 to go in this one. Stewart. Flaherty. Game 2 of this series tomorrow, 3 o'clock, immediately following University of Mary and Bulldog football game, which starts at noon here on My 9. Shot, save, Soderberg, rebound, clear, Davis is there. Davis chips it off the wall, but she'll be the first one down there. Good hustle by Davis. Katie Davis looking for her first goal this year. Already has 2 assists. You can see why. Gets up and down that ice really quick. There she is again. Davis tried to get it to McMahon. McMahon turns, spins, cycles the other way. She's tied up. They do take care of those sticks, don't they, Emma? They're defenders for the Mavericks.
Yeah, they do.
Furman. Van Wieren. Didn't go in. I didn't see it for a moment. And then finally the Mavericks get to it. And Budarak, who's been all over the ice for the Mavericks, got an assist on the only goal they have so far. 6:14 to go, and that one's going to go all the way down. No icing. Nelson back there for the Mavericks. Bulldogs send it down. Hanley in the corner. Kylie deflected. Where is it? Goes to the other side of the rink. Baskin. Hanley. Baskin. Behind the net. Anderson will be the first one there. 5:39 to go in regulation. Hughes. Deflection. Loose puck. King will get there first for the Mavericks. Fires it but not out. Hannah Baskin keeps it in. Barbaro with the save. Rebound. She's been playing very well, very confident. Baskin has. Loose puck right out in front, but Hanley couldn't keep it on her stick. Certainly they've owned the territorial rights for the game, but not on the scoreboard. 1-1 to the net. Bulldogs to the net. That was Henderson. Henderson tried to get it, and it's stolen and sent out to neutral ice. Toiva Henderson, Canada's U18 program for the Bulldogs. Inside 5 minutes ago, there's Davis again. Davis to Rogie. Got Linzer there. Rogie trying to take on the entire Mavericks team and gets to the puck first. Linzer, Stewart. Joe Smith over there digging after it. Van Wieren, Rogie right to the net. Loose puck, and face
Quick
off.
whistle.
Face off, that's what Naomi's saying, that it was a loose puck. With that, a break in the action. We'll catch our breath for the remaining 4:28. Bulldogs won, Mavericks won. Back for much, much more after this. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on My 9 Sports. So here's, if nobody scores in the next 4:28, here's what's going to be coming up. Teams will play 5 minutes of sudden victory, 3-on-3 overtime. If then still tied, then we move to a 3-player shootout. You still with me here, Emma? And then
Sure am.
the winning team gets 2 points in the standings, losing team 1. And then here you go, the pairwise implications. 66.6% of that win in the pairwise rankings. We'll have the quiz after the first intermission session. Bryant back to action here, 4:21 to go. Both teams still have a timeout remaining. They have not taken timeouts yet. I don't know if we'll see that now or if we would see that later, but we'll see.
Game's definitely picked up pace and a lot more physical.
Isn't that something? And Maggie said that too. Bell, corner for UMD. One of those captains, sort of Flaherty. Flaherty fakes the shot, now takes that. One's going to go high and off the plexiglass. Stayed in the building though. Van Wieren with some room to space. There's knocked down, loose puck. Where is it? Loose puck, still loose. Oh, and it just went wide. Flaherty slot. House. McMahon shot, that goes into the corner. Mannion with 2 goals already this year. 3.5 to go in regulation. Langseth for the Mavericks. Langseth still behind the net with some time now to clear, and finds Bryant. Bryant's going to flip it out of the zone, and here they come. Meshuga right on net, and Soderberg makes that well, and Thought she was going to cover up, but gives it to Baskin right away. Baskin up ahead of Davis. Davis across the line, shot, and Barbaro steers that into the corner. Davis once again there, quickly down the ice. Boy, she's got a lot of speed. Linzer behind the cage. Linzer tied up. Linzer, Annika in front, tipped away. Basket, she just missed her first Bulldog goal. What a timely one that would have been.
Yeah, for sure. She's had a lot of good chances, especially this third period. Solid on the blue line,
yes.
Confident,
It's a sophomore.
composed.
The growth of her game just in the year is phenomenal. Like you say, very poised. Right spot, right time. There's a shot by the Mavs. That's deflected behind it. As the Mavericks putting some pressure on now. Tuttle goes to the point with it. Shot. That just missed the mark, went wide. 2.5 to go in regulation. Bulldogs trying to clear. Finally, Linzer gets it and sends it out of play with 2:22 to go. Wow, what a game we have. Phenomenal game. Best start for the Bulldogs since the 07-08 year. And really, Minnesota State can't have a better, tougher schedule to your start. Taking on the defending national champs and then the runners-up.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it. They've had a tough start to their season with facing Ohio and now UMD, but at the same time, those Ohio games were 1 goal difference. And, I mean, think of the confidence that they've gained since last weekend, knowing that they can stick with them and, or you know, the top teams in the league and in the country. So it's definitely great momentum for them as well.
Timeout has been called. As mentioned, neither team had used their timeout yet. This is the 97th meeting between the two teams. UMD leads the overall series, 78 wins, 9 losses, 9 ties all time against the Mavericks. There's John Harrington. Of course, John graduated of UMD, 79 grad of the Bulldogs. Went on to play for the 1980 Miracle on Ice team, but also spent some time as an assistant coach with St. Cloud and University of Denver, a longtime coach at St. John's at the Division III level. But last year, these two teams played. They were 5-2, so they met 7 times. Very close games. There's Maura Kroll and the Bulldogs there. Maura now in her 8th year. 127 wins for her, and now back-to-back Frozen Four appearances for the women's hockey team. So some great coaches on either side there, and of course Laura Bellamy, the assistant coach. There's Maura right there, and very confident. Wants to get that home win. Here we go. Who will be the hero, Emma? That's what Bulldog fans want to know here in Bulldog country. Who's going to be the hero for UMD? Taking the
I
face
think
off.
you're picking Basket.
I think
you
I
want
am.
her to get her first goal tonight.
Be a pretty special one. If
It
she
would
did.
be, that's for sure.
And I'm right. I think you're right. If I'm picking one, she's worked hard, put some good shots on net, been in the right spot. Playing with her game has certainly grown in the last year. Anderson, and you could tell coaching staff has confidence in her.
Yeah,
obviously
for sure.
putting her in those situations. Bell works it into the corner. We're at 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go, and that one's going to ring wide all the way down. And there's your goal scorer, Bobick, for the Mavericks, getting there first. Throws it behind the net. King is there. King trying to get out in front, goes up in the air. Maggie Flaherty is there. Maggie with no stick, but she can kick it with the best of them. Now goes back to get it her stick. Minute 40 away from potential bonus hockey here in the home opener for the Bulldogs. Still time. Hanley gets the red line. She'll fire it in. Barbaro does not give up a rebound there and says, I need a stoppage in play. And Lauren Barbaro, her record 2-3 overall, 3.20 goals against percentage of 89% in her career. It's only her 7th game in her career. And she's playing like a veteran in this one.
Yeah, ton of confidence. Playing on top of her crease, challenging shooters, controlling the rebounds like you've been saying all night. Makes a difference when you're seeing 39 shots in a game.
Exactly.
You know, keeping the Mavs in this game here.
Henderson sends it into the corner. Again, Bulldogs using Henderson, a freshman in this spot with inside 2 minutes. Again, the coaching staff, a lot of confidence in these players, these younger players, to put them in positions to succeed for UMD. Great to see that. Puck behind the net. 1 minute to go here in regulation.
1 minute.
think defensively, you just don't want to make a mistake here, right? You want to make sure you have sticks in position, do defense.
Yep, play simple. Don't try to do too much. Keep it to the outside, keep it out of the middle, and that's where you got to protect.
40 seconds to go, and again, apologize about the time element here. Just 36 seconds to go in the game now. So then we're going to go to 3-on-3 hockey if nobody scores. Let's see if the Bulldogs can on this final rush. Van Weeren to the red line. Van Weeren to the blue line. No, she didn't get to the blue line. Sends it back, and now picked off by Langseth and the Mavericks. 20 seconds to go. I think Stewart, they're trying to set up a play there. Possible 15 seconds to go. Now you just want to keep everything wide. Bryant gets there first for the Mavericks. And then Bell finally gets to it, and the Bulldogs should be able to clear it, and they do this time. So 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Shots at the end of regulation are 39-14. 39-14 shots on net after regulation. So the shots certainly in favor of UMD, but still 1-1 after 3 periods of play. We'll take a quick 30-second break here, and we'll be back. We'll play that here back in the studios, back after this quick 30-second break, and we'll tell you more about what's ahead on overtime right after this.
It's definitely been a wild ride.
I felt like there was a need for it. I felt like I had the opportunity to help.
I am so proud in where I am.
Being able to brainstorm your own medical device, this was a really fun opportunity.
For me personally, I never thought I was capable of being an engineer.
The things you're passionate about are not random, they are your calling.
This is where struggle turns into growth.
So they're ice surfacing just with some of the shovels here, both on the in front of the benches and in front of the goals. And here's what we have ahead. Bonus hockey, game 1, Emma. Just what the doctor ordered here. Teams will play 5 minutes of sudden victory. So that's 3-on-3 overtime here. And you thought this third period moved. Wait till you see 3-on-3 hockey here, folks. It moves very fast. If nobody scores then, which knowing this game could very well happen, we then go to a 3-player shootout after that. So the winning team gets 2 points in the WCHA standings. Losing team gets 1 point, and as you can see, the pairwise implication, 66% of a win in pairwise ranking. So you don't get a full win here in OT. As a coach, what do? You just obviously take care of your own end, right? I mean, defensively, you want to be in the right spot. You want to not make mistakes, but as you mentioned, take advantage of some opportunities when you get them, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason why they go 3-on-3 is because there's a lot more opportunities for error. There's a lot more space for creativity offensively. So you got to pick up your man, and you can't lose her because there's not a lot. You don't have 5 bodies in front of the net blocking. So you got to be careful. But if you have the opportunity to go on an odd man, take it.
So the 3 for the Bulldogs here: McMahon, Hughes, and Bell. McMahon, Hughes, and Bell. Bobick is out there for the Mavs, Nelson, and King. Goalie switch sides. Barbro now to our right. Emma Soderberg to our left. Bell. Captain Bell. Will she be the difference maker and the hero for the Bulldogs? Bell right to the net. Ashton Bell ends it in 14 seconds. Ashton Bell, your hero tonight, folks. 14 seconds in.
She got a little space and was able to attack it, that's for sure.
Ashton says, enough of this. I want my home debut to finish with a win. And an OT 3-on-3 win. Ashton Bell took the puck and went right to the net, and it wasn't fancy. It was just kind of slid it in, really, didn't it?
Yep.
Emma, there wasn't a high shot, wasn't a powerful shot. She just kind of slid it low into the corner.
Yep, she got Barbaro kind of commit there on the near side and took it back post and didn't have to do a whole lot, but she did the work before that. She got around her player, created separation, and found that lane to the net. That's why they do the 3-on-3.
You talked about it, as we see another look at it, right to the net. all she did is just send it right in. I mean, like you say, she beat your bigger player wide, so she beat, there's one, cuts in front of the net, and then just tucks it into the near corner or far corner there. But the senior leadership, that's what you talked about the leaders when we showed the captains, and that's what the captains did right there. They took advantage, took the opportunity, went down the ice and finished it off all in 14 seconds of overtime.
Yep, that's why they're on the ice.
They might
right
not
there.
Yeah. They might not have come off the ice on that, but yeah, wow. Ashton Bell, fifth of the year for Ashton Bell. And Gabby Hughes, so there you go. Gabby Hughes wins another draw. We talked about draws, and that's the difference. We're going to take a break. We'll hear from head coach Maura Kroll coming up right after this. Bulldogs get the win in OT 2-1. You're watching Bulldog Women's Hockey on 9 Sports. Welcome back, everyone. Post-game report here. The Bulldogs win a thriller in overtime, 2-1. Ashton Bell does what captains and gold medalists do. They get the puck on their stick, and they end it 2-1, your final score. And joining us now is Maura Kroll, the head coach of the Bulldogs. And Coach, first off, congratulations on a great start to your year.
Thank you.
Unbelievable game today. Tell us a little bit about what's it like to have Ashton Bell back in your lineup and doing what things that she's doing like we just saw in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, that right there is a statement as to what she's doing for our team and how it is to have her back. That was a thing of beauty right there, and we needed it, so great to see, and really excited to have her back in the lineup.
Really, a team win, Maura, when you look at all the offense you created. Your team created, nearly 40 shots on net. You limited the Mavericks with their opportunities. Really a team win, don't you think? You got the defense you needed. Certainly you'd want maybe more goals, but really in the end, a team win, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, any win in the WCHA is a good one in my book. I think Mankato's a good team. I think they gave us a lot of fits out there. They're physical. They're tough to get through to the net, as you can see with all those shots. It's tough to get a rebound out of there, but we stuck with it, and I love to see that resilient play out of the Bulldogs.
I was impressed with Hannah Baskin. I know there's a lot of youngsters that are making a difference in your program. You have a lot of talent to use, but you put her in spots, and I thought she shined for you here tonight and almost got that first Bulldog goal.
Yeah, she's a great defenseman, really smart player. You know, plays within herself, great vision. That's why you see her on the power play as well. So we're excited for Hannah to have a big sophomore year.
And then finally, a great start for the season. You went out east, got the 4 wins. You come back home, get an overtime win. You can't ask for a better start, can you? What's it been like for you so far with this team and the results you've had so far, Maura?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, obviously. A lot of hockey in a short amount of time here. Can't believe we're 5 games in. Love that they're all wins. And the good news is I know we can play better. And, we have definitely not reached our peak. We have things we need to work on, but I love what I'm seeing out of our group early in the season.
And then finally, I'll let you get back in the locker room. Back at it tomorrow. Quick turnaround tomorrow afternoon. You expect much of the same. Another tight game with Mankato, I'm guessing, right?
They always are. Very few are not. And, I think they're one of the most opportunistic teams in the league where you don't want to see them coming down on a 2-on-1 or leaving somebody open in front of the slot, in front of the net there, because they can make you pay. So we got to be ready to go and keep improving every time we suit up. Congratulations to you, the team, to Emma, everybody. It was a great team win. Congratulations. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you, Tom. Yep, you're welcome. Maura Kroll, the head coach of the Bulldogs, a great start. Emma, I mean, you can't really dial up a better start. You go 4-0 on the road. You come back. You get an overtime win in league play. That, as a coach, which I know you are, that's a great start. You can't really ask for much better than that, can you?
Yeah, I think they're on the right track, and I know she's been happy with how her lines have been performing. So, tonight's game they could have easily got frustrated with putting so much or getting so many pucks to the net and nothing going in. But I think that resiliency and like we saw there with Bell in overtime, that's what they're able to do and what they're going to continue to grow off of for the season. All right, so now go back to your Bulldog days on a quick turnaround like this. You play a night game and a day game. I'm guessing rest is probably one of the keys, right? I mean, a quick turnaround tomorrow, really for both teams, but as a player,
you have to be prepared again tomorrow, don't you? And get some rest, get some nourishment as well, right?
Yeah, I was going to say you got to get a meal in you right away and then get some rest, a lot of water, a lot of fluids, and then get up in the morning, get moving right away so you're not sleeping all morning. But, you know, these girls, they've been doing it. They know how to take care of themselves. So, but, yeah, it'll be interesting tomorrow to see how the Mavs respond. I mean, it's hard for them, too. 3 games in a row, WCHA play, all 1-goal games. So it'll be fun to see how they come out tomorrow.
We'd like to thank everybody that made this possible. We got some bonus hockey today. We'd like to thank our corporate broadcast partners for bringing you the action, Essentia Health and Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC and Cadillac, and just some great action. There's the first goal, Kylie Hanley, right spot, right time for UMD. That got the equalizer for UMD, and, of course, they come back and tie that game. There was no scoring after that until overtime, until the 3-on-3 opportunity. But, wow, what a game, what a performance for the Bulldogs, and really for the Mavericks as well. Look at a save, puck all over the place, communication, the puck didn't slide in there, so great team defense for the Bulldogs in that opportunity as well. So your initial impressions of seeing the team, my first time seeing them in person here, and your thoughts, certainly ranked 4th in the country. They seem to be, another team ready to vie for a national champion. I know it's early, but in the WCHA, you have to take advantage of every opportunity to get on the ice, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it goes back to that leadership and just that mentality of, hey, we're hungry, we want to win this national championship. And to have that culture and that environment day in and day out, you're going to get a performance like this. So, yeah, for the Bulldogs, if they can continue to go in the right direction, they're going to have ups and downs. Every team does throughout the year, but try not to get frustrated like they did tonight and persevering through it. So, great start.
A lot coming up on My Nine Sports as we look ahead. What's happening? We've got, of course, tomorrow. We'll be back here at 3 o'clock as we look ahead to what's ahead on the My Nine Sports calendar. And there's the women's hockey game with the Mavericks again tomorrow. And then look at this, men's hockey already coming up next weekend. The Bulldog men are off this weekend. The volleyball team in action on My Nine Sports on October 20th. And then the Badgers and the Bulldogs get together October 21st and 22nd. In the meantime, we have football tomorrow, kickoff at noon. University of Mary and the Bulldogs will have that game right here on My Nine Sports. That'll be a noon kickoff tomorrow. We'll have that for you here. And then Em and I will be back here tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the afternoon for Game 2, which would be a fantastic game. So, Emma, thank you very much. Emma Stauber joining us.
Thanks
I got my
me.
Emmas mixed up. Soderberg, Stauber. They both start S, so you have to give me a little break on that one.
Makes it even harder.
Well, thank you to the crew, everybody back at the station. Thank you for the crew here. Emma, thank you very much. Entertaining game, a great game. We'll be back with you again tomorrow afternoon. The Bulldogs get the win, 2-1 in overtime, thanks to Ashton Bell, the OT thriller, all of 14 seconds into the extra session. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in to Bulldog Women's Hockey. Keep smiling, Northland.